game. There's going to be
stepping on the
sideline by Johnny Barrientos. A couple of the breaks going Thailand's way now.
Yeah, they have been getting some calls in this ball game.
Somnok. Perayut to Seong Pop. Back to Somnok on the outside. He has been really shut down by Nonoy Chotico.
Not only that, the helping defense against him when he gets by Chotico.
Omlor bothered there by Marlo Aquino. Somnok with a triple. It doesn't go. Long rebound. Nopadon with the rebound there. Seong Pop hasn't really been looking to shoot. Somnok tried to get it back outside to Nopadon.
Okay.
Swatted away by Aquino. Barrientos, breakneck speed, foul from behind.
You know, Johnny is not really in 100% shape because he's not as quick as I know him to be, and he cannot really get up into the air because of that sprained ankle. Yes.
But still, the step he lost was a step nobody else ever had. 17 minutes exactly left, 51-36 is the count. It's been stagnant for quite a while. Johnny Barrientos going to try to finally get some points across his name. Had some therapy for that sore ankle, which was really swollen last night when they were practicing, and he was on the sideline, and he says he really wants to play tonight. Who wouldn't?
Yes, well, if you have gone all the way up to the point where you can play in the winning a gold medal, would you want to sit down on the bench?
No way. Seong Pop had difficulty with that shot. Lord, is getting tired here.
And Barrientos creating a lot of situations, coming up with defensive rebounds too.
And the no man's land, tried to get it under everybody's arms, is tapped out, stays with the Philippines, and the crowd appreciates the effort of the spunky Johnny Barrientos. There's him trying another underarm shot. Aquino trapped. Bad pass, but it's tapped out.
Yes, it was. As he tried to throw it back, it grazed one of the fingers of the Thai defender.
22 seconds on the shot clock for the Philippines. Pablo and Barrientos, members of the strong Far Eastern University squad, teaming up on the national team as well. Mismatch here. Chotico driving down the middle. Strong foul by Omlaor.
That would be number 4 on him.
Danger signal here for the Thai bench. Their leading scorer is in dire foul trouble. He has 12 points, 14 points and 7 rebounds, but he has 4 fouls.
Still a side court throw-in here for the Philippines. The Fries have 14 fouls compared to 1 for us here in the second half of play.
So assistant coach Roel Nadurata there giving instructions to Johnny Barrientos, trying to keep the play simple but effective. Great support there by assistant coach Nadurata.
Well, yes, they have a lot of communication with each other, and the players respect both coaches as Omlaor is taken out, no choice, with 4 personal fouls by Pratin Shamnan Paul.
He's getting good at this.
Ravenna missing this one, and the Fry is not going for the fast break.
Nopadon kept Pratum with that rebound. Thailand has not scored in the last 2.5 minutes. Blocked by Aquino.
And when he puts it down, Barrientos took it away.
He has nowhere to go. Upstairs it's Aquino, downstairs it's Barrientos.
Yeah, Aquino came up with a terrific block here. He gets it down, ready to put it up, and Aquino and Barrientos stops it out of his hands.
5 blocked shots by Marlo Aquino. Barrientos forcing a jump ball on Nopadon.
The Matt and Jeff combination for our team really doing well here.
A lot of hustle being displayed by this Philippine team. Still remember the stinging defeat in Kuala Lumpur, and that was the first loss ever by the Philippines in the Southeast Asian Games basketball tournament. As expected, Thailand comes up with it. They go outside. Nopadon trying to find a shooter.
And he makes it.
It's going to be a foul on the release. He gets the basket. Great shot there by Pratin. Aquino gives up his second personal foul.
And the Thais will continue to have possession of the ball as we see Meneses come back into the ball game.
Vergel Meneses going to sit down for
He's going to come in for Ravenna.
For his best friend, Bong Ravenna, and they are mirror images of each other.
Yes, they play almost similar, although... And they were teammates once in the amateur teams when I was handling that.
Seong Pop Giving up the ball a bit too easily in this ball game. Great three-point shot there by Tawipong Sangjarwen, who just came in.
So the lead is down to only 12 right now, 53-41 with 15 minutes and 16 seconds left.
A lot of basketball still ahead of us. This one is for the gold.
For everything you'll give work.
Three-point shot. A bit too long on that triple. Brought in with the rebound, some look in his front court. Try to swing the ball around.
And that's what about to come in.
That roar of applause is for Jun Limpot. Sean Pop tried to go to Sangjarwen, batted out by Abarientos. 15 seconds on the shot clock.
You may have a mismatch but against Abarientos, but you better make sure you still have the ball when you try to shoot.
Don't dare put it down. Could have been a double dribble. Long shot by Sangjarwen. Aquino with the rebound. Outlet pass picked off there by Tirayut. Thought about it to Sean Pop. Great cut and great pass there by Thailand.
And they cut the lead down to 10. Sean Pop getting his fourth point of the ball game. They're a little bit quicker without Laor, and they're really adjusting to the kind of game that we are so familiar with.
Meneses. Chotico on the outside. Barrientos back to Chotico. Lobs it inside Aquino above everybody's head. He gets the foul and the basket will count. The foul is on Tirayut Junig Mongkong. And that will be the 6th team foul of Thailand. One more and they're in the penalty. The Philippines only has 2. Watch this once again. Reach and foul there. 14 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. 12-point lead once again. Yes, Andy.
Ibandi coming back in for Jun Mongkong, while we have Jun Limpot coming in for Victor Pablo, who just couldn't get going. No? I mean, there's no confidence coming into the ball game that late and a lot of pressure, while Limpot is full of confidence now, as shown by his performance in the first half.
Let's see if he can pick up where he left off. 19.7 rebounds in the first half play. 14 minutes to go. Surprise jumper there by Pratin. Winds up with it again, but can't put it down on the floor. No way, says Abarientos. Abarientos between 2 Thai players. So much for that idea. Goes baseline again, lobs a layup, doesn't get it. Again, the crowd in anticipation. Lob pass inside from Sangjarwen to Pratin Chamnan Paul, and
Johnny should be a little bit more patient. He was challenging too many big men there instead of setting it up. No? I mean, nice of him to steal, but then there is a point where you must settle down and not challenge big men underneath the basket. No? This is still a team game, and he apologizes. That's the way to do it. Pass it to Limpot.
Limpot blocked from behind by Amwai Van D. Blocked and fouled. Limpot almost had a two-handed stuff shot here. Got bopped on the head. He'll go to the line.
Limpot is quite deceptive because you might not think that he has such good pivoting moves there, and that's the reason why he's free at times. No? And Johnny quick to spot him in that last play. Missing the first free throw.
First shot rims out, however.
He knew it when he released. It was a little bit short.
Make sure of the second. So the score is now 57-45 Philippines.
20-point performance by Jun Limpot.
Somnuk still trying to find his lost shot. Sean Pop likewise. Sangjarwen, Van D. Sangjarwen again. Pratin. Sean Pop. Van D, long three-point shot off the glass.
But we know he can hit three-point shots, although this one was another lucky break because off the glass on top of the key. But second time around for Thais in this ball game. The other one coming from Somnok earlier in the first half of play.
But I'm sure if you asked him, he'd say he does that in practice.
I think,
Van D slapping away an entry pass from the net.
Oh, that's double.
Almost traveled there. Winds up with it. Finds Pratin. Philippine defense is a bit scattered here. Sean Pop taps it to Sangjarwen. They go back out to Van D with another long three-point shot. No luck this time. Limpot.
Yes,
tapped out of bounds by Somnuk Tiralut Panit.
Chotico obviously very tired now, asking the coach for either a timeout or a replacement because he's been following number 9 all over the place, no?
Which is why he has not really managed to score. In fact, Tiralert Panit only has 6 points, all of them
On
in the
3-point
first half.
shots.
Yes. Chotico, the long triple, that's a fatigue shot there. Meneses tried to save it a bit too late.
2 straight misses from long territory already by Chotico. The Thailand's are still very much in the ball
Oh
game.
yes, they're hanging tough. Somnok with a 3-point shot. Chotico. Barrientos now surveys the floor.
Chotico can hardly come down.
Huffing and puffing. And he's going to be replaced most likely by Bong Ravena. Limpot with an easy basket.
You see, the guy that's the freshest player off the bench is doing all the job. Limpot got that 5-6 minute break there at the start of the second half, and that's very important, no? Even the best of them do need rest.
Everybody gets tired. Sean Pop gets the baseline. Goes to Pratin. Having trouble with the basketball. Tries to find Vandy. Great cut by Vandy.
And a reverse layup, a cut from the weak side. Meneses caught looking at the guy with the ball and didn't realize that his man had cut into the hoop, no? The Thai is very patient in that last play.
Almost as if there's a string tied between these two teams. They've been seesawing back and forth between that 9 and 7 point lead, or rather 9 and 11 point lead. A mental
Slippery
lapse
ball.
by Meneses. Meneses losing concentration in the second half. Sang Jaroen, 3-point shot.
And the lead has been cut down to 6 right now.
And Francis Rodriguez says he's seen enough. He wants a timeout. The Philippine lead has been slashed to 6 points, 59-56, 10:38 to go. We shall return after these reminders. The last 10 minutes and 38 seconds of this finals game against Thailand. Their lead is down to 6 points, and a couple of substitutions. Boyet Fernandez came into the ball game for Johnny Barrientos, and Nono Chotico was replaced by Bong Ravena.
What we need is a wake-up call. Now, realize that the game is far from over and play the kind of game that we play. Now, there's really not that much pressure. The other team is still behind by 6, but, you know, we have to concentrate on our game.
Meneses goes baseline, slapped in midair by Sean Pop.
And that will be a foul on him, so that will be number 4.
So the top scorer for Thailand has found himself in foul trouble. He waves to the coaching staff that he wants to stay in this ball game.
And before talking to him, you got 4, so don't defend anymore. They're still talking. And Meneses makes the first free throw, making up for his earlier error. You could see that he was so determined in that drive through the baseline. He wanted to make up for his earlier bonus, and he misses the next free throw. And Thailand getting up there for the rebound.
Yes, Sang Jaroen with an impressive lead there, bringing it down. Just a 7-point lead for the Philippines. This is the closest Thailand has come since the early part of the first half when they led. Pandi hooks a pass to Pratin. Can't find anyone to pass to. Goes back to Sang Jaroen. Somnok with a great pick from Sean Pop. Gets knocked down by Ravena. Aquino with the rebound there. 4-on-2 situation. Bounces off Ravena's shoulder. And it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Somnok would challenge Aquino. Hooks a long one. Tipped in by Pratin.
And the lead has been cut down to 5, 60-55.
The crowd now beginning to get into the game. Anticipating a blowout but not getting it. And this Thailand team, make no mistake, has a lot of character.
Yes, they're showing that they deserve to play in the championship. Remember, they beat Malaysia by 20 points, no? In a game that they needed to win, and we have another foul here called on Pratin Shamnapol. Now the Thais are in the penalty, so it will be a 1-on-1 situation here for Marlo Aquino. We only have 2 team fouls, and none of our players are really in foul trouble, so we must put an extra emphasis on defense, Bill Velasco.
Yes, we had to stop the shots of Thailand at this stage. They seem to be getting away with more than the Philippines was allowing them in the first half. Aquino makes the first to earn a second.
That's a very important free throw made. Now, stems the tide a little bit, ups your lead to 6, gets an opportunity to improve on it, and if you can make it, you can get the team down settled well.
Aquino earns his 19th point of the ball game. Had 9 rebounds in the first half, but only 2 in the second half thus far. Under 10 minutes to go.
Well, the guy he's guarding is not a slow Omlaor. The guy is always bringing him out to the top of the key since we're playing the man-to-man. There's a bad pass there.
Ravena picking off that pass by Somnok. Fernandez pushing it up. Meneses. Pass to Limpot. Slipped through his fingers. A bit too eager that time.
That was a good pass. Limpot doesn't get it. There was a slide, and Limpot comes back, and Ravena will have an easy run. and suddenly the crowd is alive. This is what our players need, no, for a while.